Man, you still not riding your car?
Nah, sold the whip, Trey. You wanna come swoop me up?
Hell no. You know I don't ride like that. That's your job.
Alright then, I'll do what I do.
Monday, a gentleman that takes care of his mom by selling drugs and other merchandise and got into a little bit of trouble.
Yes, I thought it was really well put together, and I really liked the dialogue. I thought it was very creative and very realistic. I mean, they probably really knew what crime was like, you know, in that genre. And basically, the conflict was kind of interesting. I mean, he's trying to get his girlfriend out and say, hey, they're not really good people to be around. You know, I thought the white dude and, you know, his girlfriend were pretty realistic with his kimono, you know, running out. I thought that was pretty good comic relief. And, but basically, I'm not sure about the ending, you know. I mean, what it says here is he's forced to confront racism as well as the immorality of his occupation. But I'm not quite sure about how he resolved that whole issue. But in any case, I love that, and I think it's the best movie of the three.
I thought the film was great. I think it really gave us a deeper insight of the human factor of the people out there who are actually part of organized crime. You know, I mean, to a standpoint, you know, we have this bad connotation to the people who do and what they do, like repercussions like overdose to someone he held dear to. You feel almost sorry for him and wish that he stays in business or finds another business to continue to provide for his sick family relative. You know, that's what I kind of felt with almost like the last film and this one, was that you get a deeper understanding of the human, or like what's going on inside of organized crime, and it makes you almost feel for them.
No, I think that's a good point. On one hand, you never know what someone's going through, and you don't really always know what their motivations are.
You got kind of sucked into it after a while, and I thought the best part of the movie was the actors and actresses. I don't think the story was anything special, and I don't think the editing or the LA anything special. It's okay, it's good, but really the actors all really popped. Each face, each dialogue, right in your face, really popped. And they're on their way, you know, to bigger and better things, I'm sure.
Yo, what up? What can I get you? Yeah, sure. See you soon.
Look, Emma, I gotta go. And I think you should too.
Go on, please.
I really wanted to point out the performances in that particular short. Like, they're really phenomenally understated and unforced, and they didn't take away from the story, but it brought you right in with your emotions from the beginning, and I feel like they should be commended for that.
So I actually wanted to talk about the code switching that was there, which it actually made me look at the little paper handout because I noticed it right away. And so I actually appreciate that about the story. I think in some ways it might have been a little too on the nose, not that it was necessarily a bad thing, but it was very obvious, and I think that might be good for some audiences, but I definitely appreciated the code switching.
Yeah, and it was obviously a big element of the story, and it looks like pretty much everyone could relate to it because you guys were laughing at each jab among the different cultures.
Kind of piggybacking off of what was just said with the code switching, but I thought it was really interesting. I don't know if Wayne had noticed, but with each customer he approached, his appearance changed, and it was a very conscious thing. Whether he took his glasses off or straightened his hat, or he turned his hat backwards. I thought it was also a very kind of a salesy thing to make sure his customer was comfortable. And I thought it was a really light touch, but something that I noticed that I wanted to compliment.
And I mean, I think it's something that we can actually relate to ourselves, because don't we kind of have a approach when we go into work, if it's a professional environment, and we have like a work voice and then an off work voice sometimes?